If he really wants to put them back into the...
This has got to be a record, right? Oh, and Graham Ashcraft wins!
This past 4th of July, we were treated to a great showing of patriotism between the New York Yankees and the Cincinnati Reds before first pitch, that being a national anthem standoff. Now, if you're not sure what a national anthem standoff is, it's pretty simple, as before every baseball game, before every major sporting event, the national anthem is sung. Both sides stand in their positions with their hand over their hearts, the other hand behind their back, and as the national anthem goes, once it's done, then both sides go back to what they were doing to get ready for the game. However, there are some players who keep an eye out for the other team to move first. There are certain guys that don't want to move first, so that way they can outlast the other team standing for the national anthem. It's just a little something that gets the players going, I guess. But there are some that go a very long time because there are players on both teams that try to do the same thing, and sometimes these can last up to 12-15 minutes. Now, the most memorable one was back in 2013 in the NLCS during Game 6 between Scott Van Slyke of the Dodgers and Joe Kelly of then the Cardinals. Now, that one went all the way up until first pitch for a national audience, as it was during a big playoff game. But Joe Kelly eventually did move first, but it gets the boys going. It really riles up the team. And to that point, it's a real team activity because one guy's standing up there, but all his teammates want to make sure that he lasts longer. So the teammates try to help that player however they can, whether that be to give him a massage, give him some protection, even giving him a coach's helmet to make it look like he's a base coach, or even giving him sunscreen or a towel to protect him from the sun. There are all different ways that his teammates can help, but it's always a big deal whoever wins it, as recently during that New York Yankees game with the Reds winning in Graham Ashcraft, there was a big celebration right after that, and the thing is that momentum carried them into the game as they beat the New York Yankees 8-4. Now, I don't know if every game, if it has that same kind of momentum for the game, but it's just something that gets the boys going and riled up, and it's something that's really fun that happens before games. Not every game, but happens every now and then. In my mind, there's about 5 very memorable ones that have happened in the past 10-15 years. The recent one, of course, being on the 4th of July. But then before that, one of the best ones was between Robbie Ray of the Seattle Mariners and Luke Weaver of the Kansas City Royals back in 2022, I believe, which was a really good one that lasted a long time. But what's also fun about it is the pose of the players. They have to show a blank face, make sure that they outlast their opponent, showing toughness and courage as they go on their journey to last longer than the other side. Now, usually the reason this is a very rare occurrence is because of the fines that do happen to the players who participate in these pre-game festivities, you could call it. Usually the fines amount to tens of thousands of dollars. Now, usually the more rich guys on the team end up helping cover the pay for it. Now, one that happened last year, Tanner Houck of the Red Sox participated in a national anthem standoff, to which he said that Chris Sale, his buddy who was a former teammate, would pay off that fine, to which Chris Sale has made a lot more money as he is a longtime veteran in the league. But again, these fines can be very expensive, and that's why it doesn't happen that often. But that's also why it's such a treat when it does happen, because of how rare it is and how fun it is for the crowd, for the fans, for the people at home, and even, of course, for the teams themselves. Voice your opinion in the comments whether you're a fan of it or not. As for me, I am a big fan of the National Anthem Standoff. But voice your opinion in the comments, and as always, like and follow for more.
Off of it, they had a split screen up on the video board of both Weaver and Robbie Ray.
Will home plate umpire Adrian Johnson have to break it up?
He will. Oh boy. Yes, he will. Well, he's looking out towards Weaver. Is this in the umpire handbook? And now our third base umpire is telling both of these guys, you got to beat feet. And nobody wants to give in. They're not moving. They're not moving.
Marvin Hudson, the third base umpire, trying to make it happen. So we have a slight delay. Robbie has his sunscreen, so he's in good shape.
Robbie won!
Yes,
Robbie won! He won! A test of wills and the reigning Cy Young champion wins again.